And I'm gonna tell you just a little bit of the animal advocacy stuff that I've been working on, and then we're gonna go see the dogs and get an update on Shelby. As many of you probably know, I moved, I would say 95% of my animal advocacy efforts to my personal Facebook page, because trust me, if I posted on this main page every single time I wanted to suck it to them, you would drop this page like a hot rock. You know, guys, there's times where I wake up just mad and determined to try to make a difference in what I'm seeing going on right now in the communities. But, you know, more than anything else, we have a crisis right now, right? There are stray dogs everywhere, like worse than it's ever been in cities like Houston and El Paso. Even here outside of San Antonio is really, really bad. And since COVID, what I've realized that they did was basically on purpose left all these animals out in the community because they're trying to meet numbers, right? So if they bring them in, now they got to count them, and now they got to do something with them. So they've left them in the community. So what do? When they're not altered, they breed. They're spreading diseases. We're seeing rabies now over in Georgia. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. And I've got to show you something, because when I looked at it, I was like, this is not possible that they're really saying this. But I want you to see something. So if you're purposely leaving animals in the community, right? Purposely leaving them there. Look what Best Friends Animal Society has on their website. Hold on. Let's end the killing in every shelter in every community in 2025. They're causing the community to be so saturated with dogs right now. They're, like, in my personal opinion, the #1 backyard breeder in the country. And they're doing this on purpose. Then I get this in the mail from a supporter. It's a survey. You guys, this is the biggest con job I mean, in the entire animal space that I've ever witnessed in all my life. And I don't know how they're not in trouble with the Attorney General. They defraud the public and misappropriate funds. I'm going to just read a couple, and then we're going to put it behind us. But if you want to see what I'm doing from an animal advocacy side, please go to my personal page. So you don't have to look at it if you don't want. I'm trying to keep a lot of it off of here because, again, like I said, I literally will be like driving in my car, and I just like sit there thinking, how dare these people sit there and tell people that they're helping animals when they're leaving them to die and suffer in the street on purpose. That is not okay with me, just because you don't want to humanely euthanize inside. Nobody wants to euthanize inside. But then it's not okay to leave them in the community, because I'm the one and the other rescuers are the one getting the phone calls because of what they're doing. Hold on just a minute, though. Wait till you read this. I mean, my eyes were crossing. I was like, how could you say that? So again, these people lie. Here, this one bothered me. Around 378,000 dogs and cats were killed in America's shelters just because they didn't have safe places to call home. Best Friends has programs to reduce the number and create a no-kill country by 2025. Do you believe the country should be entirely no-kill? They have programs? You mean the leave them in the street programs to suffer and die, slow deaths and to breed? And do you believe the whole country should be? You guys, we have an animal crisis right now. And these people, literally, it reminds me, like, again, they're liars. It's like they're rocking back and forth while we're suffering in these communities with the bike cases up and all of that. No kill 2025. I can't help but mock them. I don't have any other way to say this, and I can't be politically correct on this one. They're crazy. I don't know any other way to say it. When you read through this, and if you were boots on the ground in Texas, seeing what I'm seeing and we see, you would be livid because it's just a flat out lie. So, you know something? I can't stand liars. You lie to me, I'm done with you. So, okay, so I'm going to get off my soapbox, but if you would like to just keep an eye on what's going on my personal page, I post on there every time I feel like socking it to them. And sometimes I even hold back because I know people are like, enough. So I'm very passionate about animals, guys. Very, very passionate about animals. And I don't ever want to see an animal exploited. They deserve to be treated, like living, breathing, the wonderful creatures that they are. And they should live free from suffering, exploitation, abuse, and neglect. And when you see it being done by the very people that are supposed to be helping them, it's enough for, an animal lover like me to literally just want to take these people in the room and let them have it. So again, it almost reminds me of, how would you feel sitting in a room with Ted Bundy or John Wayne Gacy, right? They kill people. And I don't care if they have a couple of things that they did good. You don't get a hall pass because of that. So anyway, promise, enough right now of that. Every time I talk about it, I start getting mad. So hold on here. Okay. Heather Stone said, you should videotape these loose dogs. Heather, it's all over the internet. And if you saw, I mean, they literally leave them on purpose. And they won't pick up healthy ones because what are they going to do with these healthy dogs when they bring them in the shelter, the bigger ones? What are they going to do with them? And I'll tell you, this is going to be one of the hardest things you'll ever hear come out of my mouth. And it kills me to say this. But with what I've seen them doing for their numbers, the suffering, or adopting them out to anybody with a pulse, sending them to hoarders, sending them to people that hurt them, or to people that don't deserve them, humane euthanasia is kinder than what I see these people doing to these animals. They must just not have a conscience. I don't know. I can't get into their heads because I'm not wired like that. Yeah, so trust me, it's all over the internet. The city of Houston right now is in crisis mode because they're the #1 bite case city in the whole state of Texas. And they were leaving them on the streets because of these cuckoos programs. So just ask yourself this, or just if you live in a community that is touting that no kill 2025 cuckoo, just know that nobody wants to euthanize animals. But the community, if there's suffering animals in the community, even one, that has to be addressed. And for these no-kill people, they want to reach this 90% mark. I'd like them to start figuring in all the dead animals that are being picked up on the side of the road into their kill rate or their euthanasia numbers. If you do that, these people, literally their numbers will drop in half. So it's all a big scam. It is designed to get your money.